But Hank and Johnny are threatening to file a civil lawsuit against Dalegun.
Yo,
don't you need money?
Yo, don't you need common sense? Yo,
what's wrong with those two, bro?
Yo,
they try to find any way to get money out.
Yo, if John, Bob, and Henrik don't stop playing around, bro, what you gonna pay him in the Mr. Crab bucks? You paying the lawyer in Mr. Crab bucks right now?
Chum. They got you some chum.
Yo, we not.
From Plankton's restaurant.
Nah, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Wait a minute, don't you need money?
John, Bob. Alright, y'all already know what it is. I ain't even here to waste no more time. Because Trilly yaps everything, you already know. Trilly and the boss, everybody be yapping around these parts, you already know what it is. But yeah, with the whole Johnny Somali debacle, the Johnny Somali drama arc continues to go on as always. But within the whole drama arc, obviously there was a recurring character. His name, Dalegun. Shout out Dalegun. Yo, Dalegun's coming. Oh, we gotta get that out of here. Yeah, you already know. Dalegun was obviously the guy when Johnny was like first really going on in South Korea, like especially like during that time when he was really getting mixy, I guess I'll say, because yeah, he wasn't doing too well, especially on the physical side. As y'all saw, he had the bandages and stuff on. Yeah, during that time, Dalegun came up, and he was the guy that when Johnny was walking out, he literally, y'all hear us say it all the time, he was like, Odega Somali.
Odega Somali. Odega.
And then proceeded to have Johnny's cheeks pointing towards Jesus. And obviously within all that, yeah, Dalegun has been an oppressive force to Johnny. Whenever, you know what I'm saying, Dalegun is around Johnny, he tends to not be around or get out of the scene. But a whole thing that happened with that situation with Dalegun is that he eventually was charged and was guilty. But as we're seeing now, yeah, all his fees and all that and fines were paid off completely, unlike Johnny. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he can't even he can't even pay his lawyer. Tough. But y'all already know how it goes down. Of course, that was being talked about and discussed, the whole thing with Dalegun and how, you know what I'm saying, he ultimately is gonna get the last laugh. And so is everyone else, you know what I'm saying, with Johnny. But yeah, with the whole situation, again, his jump being paid off. So let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into it. You already know. Come on, man. If there's smoke, there's fire. But if there's Ramsey Galita smile, there's Andrew Esquire.
Andrew.
We got Korean Seal wins after punches Somali. Of course, you want to watch the original video down in the description.
It'll
First
be down
link.
there.
The Brown Pains and Conjecture. Let's get right into it. You already know.
Well, the first one here is we have Yu Dalegun. Now, some of you may know Yu Dalegun. He, of course, is the UDT member. Which is a member of the Korean version of the Navy SEALs, Yu Dalegun. I did an interview with him. He's an awesome guy, great guy. We are still in contact with him. You know, I'm still up to date with him. And I have been the kind of go-to contact there to get information from Western content creators to Korea and to Korean content creators, including Yu Dalegun. And that kind of played out today in a very interesting manner. And I want to talk about that today because no one has really talked about what came through and some awesomeness in the case of Yu Dalegun. So in case you guys don't know, Johnny Somali challenged and provoked Yu Dalegun to come find him and catch him and come after him.
Odega Somali. Odega. Yo.
And in case you haven't seen the clip, we'll play it right here. This is, of course, Johnny challenging Yu Dalegun back in the day. This is a while ago, but challenging him to come and find him. Watch this.
Dong Day Moon, come. Dong Day Moon, come. Dong Day Moon. Dong Day Moon.
You know what else happened during the show? Yeah. When he was showing Bob Mong the deep fakes, also happened here.
Oh, this is a whole. He's doing
Come to Dong Day Moon, Come. Come, Dong Daemun, come, nigga.
He came. He came, and he showed up. Rewind that again. He came and he showed up.
Come.
Come.
Come, Dong Daemun.
Oh, they got Somali. Ooh.
Bomba card.
Didn't you ask me to come?
Come, Dong Daemun, come, nigga.
Yo, boy.
Boy, ain't no way,
Okay.
boy.
We not supposed to
Boy,
lie.
ain't no way, boy.
Moving on.
He found out really quickly that he indeed did come and did indeed punch him in the face. So he was charged for
Indeed.
Yo.
that. He was charged for that criminally. He was charged for the actual assault, right? So that was a charge that came against him. He also was charged with stalking of Hank and of Somali. So Dalegun did face criminal charges. And I knew this when I interviewed him. And there's a lot of stuff I left off the table because I knew that charges were pending and charges would come after him. Now, a lot of people are asking, why was he charged? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, you can't make exceptions in the system. You have to lay these things out and deal with them uniformly. That's one thing. Another thing is the discouraging of vigilante justice. Obviously, they don't want.
Yeah, like this is why I always say you shouldn't go out and like try to go find heads to beat them up and all that type of jazz. You just need to let their own actions be the ones that get them condemned.
Up.
Yeah, and get themselves like cooked and into trouble and or come to justice if it does get into like a legal aspect. But you shouldn't go out and try to like fight bulls. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack, as you could say, truly hypocrisy. I ain't mad. Johnny was doing some pretty heinous Jones. Dalegun said no. I am not mad at him at all. I'm going to tell you right now, not one bit.
To have folks going out there and engaging in vigilante justice. So there's some sort of interest in that in the system. But we now have a relative conclusion to that saga. So Dalegun was facing around 10 million won. It's about 7,000 USD in penalties, right? So that is in penalties to the government he had to pay. Now, $7,000 to the government, not to Johnny Somali, not to Hank, not to anybody else, to the government. It goes straight to the government. They don't get a dime of it. None of that goes into the criminal case towards Johnny or Hank or anybody else. It goes straight there. So here's what happened. And some people said, let's fund it. It's already done. It's already
Stamped.
done. So here's what ended up happening. What ended up happening was some messages went out there, and I'm going to pull this one out here. And this is, I believe, the Deserto post. Let me get this one here. Which says, I just did what I had to do as a Korean citizen. Korean Navy SEAL YouTuber fined up to $7,000 after attacking. This was a little premature because at the time he had only really been fined about $2,000 roughly, and the rest of the $5,000 was pending. But that said, it was predicted to come in at that amount.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like
What's
that.
that picture? That picture's distracting, yeah. Yo, Ramsey got so much mouth. He got so
compressed.
much mouth.
Yo, he was saying he had his content spray. He was really ready to go pressable, go beat him up.
Yo, look at Ramsey hat. Yo, he knocked it. I'm sorry.
He was gonna beat him up?
Yo, he got so much mouth, yo.
Yo, Ramsey had the nerve to come in our live and be like, yo, I had Dalegun running twice.
Yeah. I can't even believe he said that in our live. Look at this. Oh, okay. All right, come on. I'm sorry.
Yo,
I'm
man,
sorry.
he gotta stop drinking alcohol, bro. He got
A American YouTuber, some of you guys may know him, Donut Operator, said, I will pay that fine for him. So Donut Operator came through and he contacted me and he said, how much is left on that fine? Because he had put up a PayPal. I showed it on my channel. Other people showed it. Dalegun put up a PayPal and he said, give me donation. So he had already collected about $2,500-3,000 worth. So out of that $7,000, he already had about $3,000. So when I talked to Donut and I told Donut this, I'm like, hey, look, he's already got about $3,000. He came through and he dropped the other $4,000 to you.
He put, y'all thought I was joking. Oh my God.
Yo, Johnny. Yo, Johnny, you winning? You winning?
With your donation, Johnny.
Hedge-
Oh, you got to drink for it.
Hedge dropping $4,000 to make sure that the guy that got you handled paid off. Chilling.
Bombakat!
Chilling. Bro, Johnny, this not you. I keep trying to tell him this is not him. Who? Yo, you have to beg for $3
He got to drink
for
for it.
TTS.
Or do some. Oh my God, anyway.
You have to sit there and put your body through absolute turmoil and destruction, drinking all this about to get alcohol poisoning for like what, $50? I know they sent you that $50 that one time, enabling you. Terrible. They will never send you this.
And wait, wasn't he saying put money up and he was gonna go out to see Dalegun?
I can't even not laugh.
I'ma slide. Come on, put $3. He said $3. What's it? Put W1s in the chat. I don't know what he was saying. I'ma slide. Oh, should we go back to that picture? Because it looked like he was slid. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm supposed to be serious. Sorry, Andrew.
You Dalegun, right? Dropped it on him. So, boom, shakalaka. Dalegun gets the cash he needs to fully pay off the government.
Nah, it's a W.
Massive, massive, massive W.
That's what I'm saying. Nah,
And
it's
this
a
is something that Somali was cackling about. He was laughing about. He was like, ha ha, he's got to pay money for this. Him and Hank were, having a grand old time in Hanky Poo's apartment. And of course, I put
He's got to pay money for this. Brother, you're going to be in a jail cell. I think those other Jones you need to be more pressed about right now.
out this tweet. Big thanks to Donut Operator for covering the fines imposed for delivering a punch to Ramsey Khalid Ismail for his insults to the Statue of Peace, Korean people, and attacks on women and children, which are going to become more relevant later. So, in this case, that is now handled. That is now his criminal case is completely handled. And once again, this is an example of turning something that was supposed to be a Somali W. Somali was parading around. He was dancing around in his boxer shorts, with Hank, doing a striptease. And he was having a grand old time.
Yo, striptease is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know what them two with them. They was making me throw up.
Yo, listen, I'm tired of John Bob and Henrik. John Bob and Henrik is... I'm not liking this duo. Actually, I never have.
All right, come
I
on.
never
We're
have.
supposed to be serious. Andrew's clip. I'm sorry. All right, come on. Woo!
I'm like, my fault, child. I was looking over there. I thought I saw Dalegun coming.
Time thinking that he'd sunk Dalegun. This was the end of Dalegun's life. It has not impacted him at all. In fact, Dalegun has said if he collects more money, because he's likely with other donations to collect a little bit more, he said he will either do one of two things. He will put it towards towards a charity, or put it towards his civil suit. Now I'm going to explain this because this is actually very important. So Dalegun had to pay this, and obviously it's the win for Dalegun because he doesn't have to pay anything. It's all covered. But Hank and Johnny are threatening to file a civil lawsuit against Dalegun.
Yo,
Don't you need money?
yo, Don't you need common sense? Yo, this,
Yo, what's wrong with those two, bro?
yo,
They trying to find any way to get money, yo.
if John Bob and Henrik don't stop playing around, bro, what you gonna pay him in the Mr. Crab bucks? You paying the lawyer in Mr. Crab bucks right now?
You chum. They got you some chum
Yo, we not.
from Plankton's restaurant.
Nah, bro.
Chum bucket.
Oh my god, bro.
Wait a minute, don't you need money?
John
confused.
Bob. Yo, sorry, John.
Yo, those two is hilarious.
Henrik.
Yo,
Henrik, you know better
they
than
should
this.
be on a comedy special. Yo.
Yo, these two are good.
All right, come on.
These two are good.
Who they suing?
Ain't good.
With what?
Civil suit.
Don't you need money? Wait, you can't pay for a lawyer for the stuff you doing, but you can pay for a lawyer to file a civil suit?
Exactly.
I'm confused. Where they gonna get that
well,
family friend?
Well, you're gonna talk to my attorney.
Who? That bottle of wine?
You were that's the only Joe talking to him.
That content spray?
Yeah, that's okay.
We supposed to be serious. Come on.
Jealouside.
Which means the criminal case is done, and now Hank and Johnny are saying we're going to file a civil lawsuit because Hank will sue anything. Hank will sue like a fly for landing on his shoulder. So he has threatened a civil lawsuit. Now, here's the interesting thing about a civil lawsuit and why this is not going to be the W that people think it is. So here's the thing. A civil lawsuit in Korea requires a massive deposit. So you've got to pay the deposit.
We've run into a problem. Okay, we're gonna sue Dalegun.
Never mind.
He said, all right, so we're gonna sue Dalegun because he's been harassing us, yada yada, this, that, and the third. All right, the first thing you're gonna want to do in that process is have a deposit. About that.
Is there any other way we can do this? No. You can shut up.
No.
Bombakat!
No, I don't think there's another way. So, unless you got the money, you're not suing anything or anyone.
Yo, come on. These two gotta stop, y'all.
Come on,
I just saying we gotta be serious.
I
when
gotta
we
do
watch
it to him
Andrew.
again. John Bob. Henrik. Come on. Mr. Krabs would not like this. You gotta lock in, man. Come on. If y'all gonna be greedy, y'all gotta really be greedy about it, bro. Can y'all at least be smart? Like,
I love money.
I like money.
They don't got that.
Yo, I can't, bro. I'm
Oh my
telling
God.
y'all, bro.
Okay.
SpongeBob is always
Ooh, I
gonna
can't
be in my
breathe.
top two.
I can't stop.
More than that, you've got to pay your own attorney's fees. So you don't get attorney fee recovery in a civil lawsuit.
They gotta be.
You've got to pay your own fees. Mind you, Johnny is broke. So where is Johnny going to find money?
Where is he gonna find my?
He gonna drink some more.
Man, them
That
TTSs ain't gonna cut it.
Ah.
Man, come on, man. Nah, we gotta buy one first.
What you gonna slide out to Dalegun? Yo, I can't. Woo! Okay, come on. Serious. Okay.
Yo, he really think he's sliding to. Yo, Dalegun had him running like a child. Dalegun, yo, y'all,
Well, you mean when he said Dalegun?
y'all know when y'all play hide and
I'm
go
like,
seek.
he ain't running in this vision.
Y'all know when y'all play hide and go seek with the toddlers or whatever, the hot toddlers play hide and go seek, bro, with the babies, bro. Please stop.
Oh God. Okay, come on. Woo.
Yo, I can't. It's getting me progressively more bad. Yo, you was at the protest with Alex. Alex said, yo, Dalegun is coming, and you ran away like he was
Come
gonna
on.
take your lunch money. Yo, this gonna piss me off.
Get about here.
And he talk. Yo,
Okay.
For a massive deposit. And on top of that, to pay his own lawyer. This is not there's no public defender for a civil lawsuit. So he's going to have to pay his own lawyer. He's going to have to leave a huge deposit. And here's the kicker. Here's the real W. Here's the best part. Dalegun can just ignore it. In Korea, and in many other places, but in Korea, there's no requirement that you pay the civil judgment. So actually, Dalegun can just take a small hit to his credit. And mind you, he's actually already bought all the assets he needs. He's got a car, he's got a house, he's got everything else he needs. So he could go out and just say, F you, to Johnny Somali and Hank and not pay a dime.
I would say, why wouldn't I do that? Yo, John, Bob, Henrik, like that to hear. Yo, these two idiots are morons.
I can't even do it.
These two morons are sharing the same brain cell. You think I'm really about to be scared?
I'm still stuck when they heard the word deposit. They ripped that paper up.
Yo, I'm like,
Deposit? Oh, never mind.
Johnny could not tell the judge 4 numbers that he actually doxed the other day on the stream,
exactly.
mind you.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't tell the judge those 4 numbers of the apartment building, or not even a building, the apartment, well, yeah, in the apartment building, the room number or the apartment number. You think this fool is about to go through an entire civil suit, a lawsuit against Dalegun? He's quaking in his boots. His jimmies rustled. This crazy.
Yo.
Bro, y'all have to stop playing,
These two
bro.
gotta stop, yo. They pure comedy. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yo, no. I'm trying to... Yo, Johnny's not funny. I'm past it with Johnny. Like, Johnny, I'm just ignoring you. Yo, Henrik, he doesn't understand how truly comedy he is.
He just needs to shut up.
Like Henrik just...
Nah,
yo,
they both need to just shut
whenever Henrik just smile, bro,
He said, it's just an African meeting call. Hank looked at him and said, even your boy laughed at you. Like, what? What did you say?
yo, I was in actual tears.
Yo, Hank,
I
you
was
funny,
actual
bro.
tears, bro. Yo, Hank had me crying because I'm trying to tell you when he was sitting there cheesing.
Hank said, okay, come on. Yo, I can't.
Yo, I could not actually breathe. Yo, I was dying, yo.
All right, come on.
And not pay a dime.
My God.
Yo.
You know, he's never going to be forced to transfer any money to Johnny Somali, even if he went and won his civil lawsuit.
He ain't paying that.
Even
dude.
if he won. And by the way,
my
he's got to
God.
do all these things and go to trial and win. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all already know how we get
God.
down for real, for
I'm
real.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Shout out
this is
Andrew
so serious,
Esquire.
but come on, you can't help but to laugh at them too, though.
Legal mindset.
They got
Yo, okay, save it for the final basic conjecture. We have Korean Seal wins after punching Somali. Of course, if you guys want to watch the original video to give your own opinions and conjecture, down in the description. First link, go straight to Love Legal Mindset. Been watching Legal Mindset. You already know how that gets down, bro. Like, yo, we've been watching Legal Mindset almost since the beginning, baby. But yeah, boss, go ahead. Final opinions and conjecture. So we can get out of here. Because if I say
I got a
anything,
headache. No, don't say anything. No,
can't.
seriously, because
we gotta go. But like,
deposit.
yo, he said Johnny and Hank are filing a civil lawsuit against you, Dalegun. I said, what? I said, right. So anyway,
Yo, Hank is done. Hank is done with Johnny. Okay, come on. Hank is done.
Yo.
Now you want me to pay for a lawyer for a civil suit?
yeah,
They gonna get that family friend.
yo,
Maybe that's what he specializes in.
Nah, I'm done.
Else.
Nah, I'm done. The last thing I have to say, the end of the final piece of conjecture, yo, ask Hank if this one was funny. Anyway.
Yeah, Hank, you think this one's funny? You said you like laughing at us, huh? Woo! Trust me, I'm laughing at you. And not
Right.
with you. But
Y'all
then
know-
again, I'm laughing with him when he was laughing at Johnny.
Y'all
All right,
know
come
that
on.
boy gets
Because the
down.
next one, we got to be serious. Okay.
Yeah. But y'all already know we gonna push to the end screen. Of course, if you like this video, like that boy up. If you enjoyed me, no boss, I very much appreciate it. 6K up, 6K down, cause 6K is round the way, baby.
Come on, hit that like button and subscribe.
Turn on that post notification bell, blue bell. You already know, the ringer, so that every time the boss Trilly posts on this page right here, Minty Mama Trill, that boy will be straight up on your feed. Last but not least, boss, go ahead and tell them what they got to do on each and every.
Watch it from the beginning to the end. You can come laugh with us, because we're at the point now. If we don't laugh, we all gonna just cry.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Yep.
Just say the very.
So, come on, thank you for commenting.
Other than that, y'all already know I get down and say every vid. We appreciate everybody for giving us y'all time of day, as always. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, enjoying the gel, watching it with us. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. Yes. But other than that, we got more of this idiot to cover. Yes. So we're going to catch y'all when we cover literally more of this idiot. More of this bozo. Peace.